Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could shake up the entire NFC West and send shockwaves through the NFL. The Seahawks are reportedly eyeing a bold move that could redefine their offense and boost their Super Bowl chances. The buzz is all about a potential trade involving Saquon Barkley, currently a key player for the Philadelphia Eagles, but the rumors suggest the Seahawks might be in the mix to acquire him. Now I know what you're thinking. How does a star like Barkley fit into the Seahawks' plans? Well, let's dive into the details because this is not just speculation. It's a game-changing scenario that could propel Seattle into a whole new stratosphere. First, let's talk about Barkley himself. Guy is a dynamo when healthy. At 28 years old, he's already amassed over 500 rushing yards and 58 touchdowns in his career, starting from 2018. He's known for his explosiveness, ability to break tackles, and his elite YAC yards after contact of 5 yards per run. His 2025 season stats are impressive. 220 carries for 950 yards and 7 touchdowns, with a solid 4.3 yards per carry average. Plus, he's a reliable receiver out of the backfield, with 380 catches for nearly 800 yards and 10 receiving touchdowns. His PFF grade hovers around 89.0, putting him among the top-tier running backs in the league, and his EPA per rush, plus 0.27, shows he's a significant threat whenever he touches the ball. And let's not forget, Barkley has proven to be clutch. He's got playoff experience, with 5 touchdowns in his postseason career, including a strong showing in 2024 with 600 yards rushing and averaging 4.8 yards per carry. Now, why would the Eagles consider trading Barkley? Well, sources from Athletic whisper that the Eagles are in a tough cap crunch. After extending Barkley, they face an $8 million hit against the cap in 2026, and they're eager to free up some space for their upcoming rebuild. The Eagles are also focusing on youth development at running back, with guys like Shipley stepping in and gaining valuable experience. They're also looking ahead to a future where their defense, currently ranked 17th, might not be enough to carry them deep into the playoffs. Without Barkley, their run game drops by about 15%, which is a big deal considering the importance of a balanced attack in today's NFL. The Eagles' strategy seems to be shifting towards a more youth-centric approach, and that's why Barkley might be on the move. For the Seahawks, this potential trade is a game-changer. Adding Barkley would give them a versatile, explosive back who can do it all, running, catching, and making defenders miss. Pairing him with Kenneth Walker III, who already boasts over 10 yards and a solid PFF grade of 86.3, would create one of the most potent backfields in the league. Think about it. Walker, Charbonnet, and Barkley, 3 dynamic options that defenses will struggle to contain. Seattle's rushing attack could see a massive boost, going from an average of 130 yards per game, currently ranked 12th in the league, to an projected 160 yards per game. That's a 17% increase in rushing efficiency, which opens up so many possibilities for the offense, especially with the play-action passing game thriving as defenses have to respect the run more. And here's where it gets even more exciting. With Barkley in the fold, the Seahawks' offense could reach new heights, similar to what the 49ers did in 2023 after acquiring CMC, boosting their rushing yards and overall offensive efficiency. The projections are staggering, an additional 300 rushing yards for Barkley alone. His presence would elevate the entire offense and make Seattle's attack more unpredictable. In fact, it could turn the tide in close games and give the Seahawks a much-needed edge in the playoffs. Imagine a scenario where, in a crucial playoff game, Barkley's playoff experience and big play ability come to the forefront, turning the odds in Seattle's favor. The betting odds are already reacting. PointsBet has moved the Super Bowl odds from plus 600 to plus 450, a significant shift indicating that the experts see this as a real possibility. It's a move that could ignite the Seahawks' postseason run, especially if Barkley continues his high level of play. With more mismatches created on passing downs and defenses forced to respect both the run and the pass, the Seahawks could become a nightmare for opponents to defend. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The NFC West is already shaping up to be a competitive division, with the 49ers and Rams pushing hard. But if Seattle manages to land Barkley, they could leapfrog many teams and establish themselves as serious contenders. The Seahawks' offensive line has shown steady improvement, and with a versatile back like Barkley, they can diversify their attack and keep defenses guessing. Plus, with Geno Smith leading the charge, the Seahawks have a veteran QB who can maximize Barkley's talents, especially in play-action scenarios. The combination of a strong running game and a capable quarterback elevates the entire offense, making Seattle's attack more balanced and lethal. In terms of team philosophy, adding a player like Barkley aligns perfectly with Seattle's identity. They've always been about physicality, resilience, and explosive plays. Barkley embodies all of that. His ability to burst through gaps and break tackles energizes the entire team. The Seahawks have been rebuilding their roster over the past couple of seasons, focusing on drafting young talent and developing a tough, aggressive style of play. Bringing in Barkley would send a message that they're not just building for the future, they're also all in for this season and beyond. It's a bold move, but one that could be the final piece to turn Seattle into a true Super Bowl contender. Of course, there are challenges and questions. Will the Eagles be willing to part with Barkley? What would the Seahawks have to give up? The trade details are still under wraps, but most speculate it would involve a second-round pick in 2026 and a conditional third-rounder, along with some salary cap considerations. The Seahawks would need to clear some cap space, but given their current budget of about $22 million, they have the flexibility to make this happen if the front office is serious. The big question is whether this move will come to fruition. But if it does, it's going to be a seismic shift for the NFC West and for the Seahawks' Super Bowl aspirations. Looking ahead, the impact of acquiring Barkley could extend well beyond just the regular season. It's about making a statement, showing the league and the division that Seattle is back in the hunt, ready to contend with the best. The Seahawks have built a solid foundation on defense, with talents like Tariq Woolen and the emerging pass rush, but now they're adding a piece that elevates the entire offensive unit. If everything aligns and Barkley joins Seattle, expect the team to be even more dangerous in the postseason, with a balanced attack that can wear down opponents over 4 quarters. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize that this could be one of the most exciting developments of the offseason for Seahawks fans. We've seen the team grow, and this kind of move would be a statement of intent, an indication that Seattle is serious about competing at the highest level once again. The NFC West is already a tough division, but with Barkley in Seattle's backfield, the Seahawks could very well be the team to beat in 2024 and beyond. So keep your eyes peeled, stay fired up, and get ready for what could be a historic chapter in Seahawks history. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Barkley would be the perfect fit to complement Walker and Charbonnet? Are you excited about the possibilities this could bring to Seattle's offense and postseason run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, go Hawks.